Everybody talks about the risk of quitting, but what we don't talk about is the risk of actually staying burnt out. When we think about quitting, we often get into catastrophizing thinking. We think that if we walk away from something that we built, ultimately we will lose everything. The house, the marriage, the kids, the relationships, the reputation, everything will just go. And that's because chronic stress actually narrows your thinking. Your ability to think long term gets switched off. So therefore, the only options that feel available to you are the ones where it feels like you will lose absolutely everything, even though that is most likely not true. And because of the same part of your brain that gets shut off that creates this narrow thinking, you actually become less creative as well. So even trying to think of ways to overcome the situation that you're in, or finding new possibilities, starting a new career, they become completely switched off. And then because of all this, we then just tolerate mediocrity. We just settle for what we've got because we think that's the only thing that's actually available to us. And because you've narrowed your thinking, because it feels like there aren't any options available to you, what you do is that you avoid the difficult conversations, and therefore you settle for the state that you're in, which unfortunately is a one-way path to getting habitually burnt out. And why is that? Because you're actually shrinking, and you are just then reinforcing and repeating all of the habits and behaviors and patterns that hold you in that state. So just ask yourself the honest question: are you actually operating at your ceiling and that's why you're burnt out? Or are you just simply surviving and staying at the floor, and that has just become something that you've tolerated? Let me know, what are your thoughts?